Welcome in, Michael. Boom. Okay. All right. Righty then. Hope you're having a blessed day, Nathaniel. Blessings be to you and to me. Oh, that's delicious. Welcome in, Precious. Welcome in, Brother Mike. Hope everybody's having a blessed day today. Appreciate the sub. It's gonna be warm the next couple days. I don't know how long it's gonna last for, but it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be from now on. We're gonna be in the 50s and 60s and stuff. So everything's thawed out for good, I think. Springtime. Ow. Welcome in, Matthew. I hear you, brother Mike. I mean, I don't mind the cold, okay? I don't mind the cold so much. It's just like when my water freezes over and I can't wash my dishes or take a shower. I have to like take a bath. And by bath, I mean I have to heat water up in a kettle and pour it into a pot and then use a cup to splash water on me and then wash up with soap and like splash water to clean yourself off. It's not fun. You know, I prefer to just use my shower and take a shower. That's the ultimate, kind of like that was like the crucial part of building a bus was having a place to take a shower, get clean. It's nice having a place to clean up and not have to do the old whore's bath like I used to do. Good morning, Dustin. Welcome in. Blessings be to you and to me. Woo. My cat's such a crackhead, you guys. Just saying. Oof. You're funny, Kush. Oh my god, you guys. By the time I get the camera turned on, he's probably gonna stop. Yeah, he's already on his side now. He was upside down, gripping his cat post, but upside down. Hey, no, sir. You're in crackhead mode. You leave your sister alone. I'm gonna stop you preemptively. Oh, that was funny. Kush, what are you doing? You're not gonna fit inside the Taco Bell bag, Kush. No, you're not. You're not a spry little kitten anymore. You know this? You can't just do whatever you want to do. Do you understand? You can't just attack your sister because you want to attack your sister. You can't just scratch everybody and jump on everybody and claw everybody because you feel like it. No biting either. But you could be a good kitty. That's all it takes is you should be a good kitty. You're special, Kush. Are you gonna be nice to your sister? Huh? Are you gonna be nice to your sister? My cat's a crackhead, you guys. Welcome in, Janice. Good morning. That's all I needed to see. Well, yeah. I tried to wake up fully to fully be there, but I just wasn't fully awake, and I'm sorry about that. I toss and turn all night long. I'm constantly getting up to go use the bathroom or something, or my night never really winds down. I fell asleep this morning about, I don't know, 5 a.m. where I finally like laid down and actually started to sleep a little. And then about 7, I was my bladder decided I couldn't sleep, so I had to get up, and I saw the time, and I was like, oh, I wonder if Janice is live. So I checked and you were. And I was like, cool beans, I can at least stop in and say hi. Kush, go play. You cannot have my coffee. Go, move. No, sir. Coffee is not for kiddies. I was gonna say yes, brother Mike. Blue, you too cannot have my coffee. No, ma'am. No, I don't care if you ask me if I see Liam beg. You can't have coffee. Coffee is not a doggo treat. No. No, but you can have your food that's in your bowl that you didn't want to eat yet since we got up this morning. Yeah, you bring special. She's scaring the birds. OBPB. What, Blue? I don't know what you want me to do about him. He's a crackhead. I know. I know Kush is a crackhead. You're so special. Alright, brother Mike, no worries. You change the feeders around? I'm pretty sure that was a child's account. Dude, Kush. Yo, hey, quit being mean. You know how easy it is to be a good kitty? You're a good kitty all the time. I know you know how to be a good kitty. I know, I see y'all cuddling all the time. You're holding him, he's holding you. Y'all aren't fighting. Y'all know how to be good. Y'all know how to love each other. Yeah, you can go in the kitty backpack if you want. I think he's trying to get in the kitty backpack. Oh, come in, Justin. I'm gonna go let him in the kitty backpack because he's being a crackhead right now and he's wanting to go in there, so might as well let him go. Yeah, you can go in the kitty backpack. Here, come on. Come on. Wanna go in? Come on. Kush. Come on, Kush. Oh. Oh, you don't want to be in there now? Huh? Huh? Oh, mister? Oh, mister? Huh? Oh, Kush? Oh, Kush? Are you gonna be nice? Huh? Ooh, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Kush. I'm actually talking to him. Are you gonna yell at him for it? Be right back, everybody. I'm talking to Kush. Are you gonna be nice, bud? Huh? You're special, Blue. You're special. Why are you fussing at him for? I'm already talking to him. You hear that nonsense? I'm already over there talking to Blue. And, I'm talking to Kush. Welcome in, Cheap Scratch. I'm over there talking to Kush, and, Blue's decided to, like, put her own 2 cents in there. But alright, yes, coffee and Tokes. And I'll show you what I mean by coffee and Tokes. Hope you're having a blessed day. Good coffee. Good Tokes. Blessings be to you and to me. You gonna be nice, Kush? Hmm? Are you gonna be nice? Because you know I can just go put you in the kitty backpack if you don't be nice. Like, you literally just jumped in my arms. All I gotta do now is go put you in the kitty backpack. Do you understand this? Do you understand, mister? If you don't be nice? If you're... Blue, I'm talking to him. Do you understand this? You don't have to say everything I say. You don't have to repeat everything I say, young lady. I think he's getting the message. I think he's getting the message. Welcome in, kind of wild. Welcome into Bolt. Are you getting the message? You need to be a nice kitty? Hmm? Nice kitties get treats and other snacks. Bad kitties go in the kitty backpack. You know how it works. You know how it works. You're old enough now. Freaking little. He's such a special kitty sometimes. Like 90% of the time, he's like this. You know, chill, calm, wants to cuddle and be held. But man, he likes to be a crackhead sometimes. And when I say he likes to be held, he doesn't really like to be pet or touched. He just wants to be held. Because if I start petting him, he'll get all like antsy and want to fight and stuff. Oh, he's a big baby, that's for sure. You're right about that, Chief Scratch. He's a big baby. I have two babies, I guess. I got two fur babies. The other one's pouting on my pillow right now because he's sitting in my lap and she can't fuss him like she wants to fuss him. Apparently she wants to repeat everything I say whenever I talk to him. He is. He's about a year and a couple months old. Like, he's almost a year and a half now. Maybe. Hmm? You get to be an old kitty? You get to be an old man? Blue Dreams? Like, almost three. 3.5, almost, you know? She just turned 3 about a month ago. I think. Kush turned 1 back in October. He still acts all kitty. Like, he still acts all bit kitty. Like, he doesn't act like a grown cat very much. The only difference between him and normal kitties is he likes to cuddle and likes to snuggle like this a lot. No, I don't have that issue with him, Janice. Like, watch, and I'll show you what I mean by, like, if I pet him too much. Because he loves to be pet, okay? He loves to cuddle and snuggle, and... But if I sit there and I get there and I pet him too much, you know, if I give him too much lovin's, he gets all aggressive with it. And I don't know if he's gonna do it. Well, there he goes. uh, but then again, I could just be riling him up, you know? Like, look. Here he goes. Here he goes. He's gonna start rabbit kicking me if I pet his belly too much. Ain't that right? If I get your belly too much, you'll start rabbit kicking me. You only like it when you like it. Oh, excuse me. But I can almost do anything I want to him, you know, like if I really wanted to. He loves to be played with and toyed with and stuff, you know. And the reason why I say he loves it, because if he didn't love it, he wouldn't come up to me and like every time I do it to him, because I mess with him a lot. I mess with him a lot. Like he'll come up here and I'll play with his tail and stuff, and I'll grab his tail and I'll be like, "Ooh, go get you, go get you," and I could literally play with his tail all day long. He doesn't care, you know. Like I don't know any other cat that would let you play with their tail. It's like a little rattlesnake in my hand. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Am I getting the belly too much? Am I getting the belly too much? Huh? Am I getting your belly too much? Can't let people know that you really like getting the belly? Huh? Oh, you gonna flop me with your tail? You're special. You're special. But yeah, no, the only reason why he gets down is usually because I put him down. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm done. Good morning, Dark Angel. Yeah, the biscuit button. Look. Watch him go. Look at his little biscuit makers. That's all it takes. You just start working that biscuit button. That's all it takes. He's baking biscuits on my side right now. Like he's a hard worker. Big biscuits. So I had to pull back on that one. That was a tough biscuit. He's like, Daddy, I can only make so many biscuits. Okay, buddy, you're starting to drool. You're starting to drool. Okay, I've had enough. No, you're drooling. You're drooling. You're going to play. You're going to play. Down, bud. Yuck. Ugh. Ugh. I've also never met a cat that drools. You know, when they, get their biscuit button pet. He's a special cat, that's for sure. You better be nice to your sister, Kush. Yeah, huh? You thought I wasn't watching you? I just saw you, like, line up your sights on her and then wiggle your tail like you always do. Or tail bone, I should say, not tail. It's the funniest thing whenever he winds up to, like attack her. And I say attack. He doesn't really attack her, but he kitty plays, you know? Like, he'll jump on her and he'll paw at her, you know? And sometimes he uses his claws, you know, like he plays with his claws. He doesn't know that claws hurt, you know. He doesn't realize that actually hurts. Like right now, he's crackhead mode. Check this out. See? Look, look. He uses his claws. He's a little dick sometimes. Kush, buddy. Hey, why are you being mean? I know she's mean sometimes too, but she's not being mean right now. This morning they were cuddling. You know, he was holding her and she was holding him. They were sleeping face to face. No, he's just in crackhead mode. Like, he gets his soft food in him, and it's like I don't know. He does like the little free scratch thing that I got off of Temu, though. He uses it a lot. You better be a good kitty. Yeah, you're giving your sister PTSD. Buddy, hey, you need to stop that stuff. Stop sneaking up on your sister like that. Welcome in, Michael. You're such a bad kitty, Kush. We've been over this. You know how easy it is to be a nice kitty. You can be a good kitty. Sometimes I feel like he takes it out on his sister whenever he's over here. I forgot he was over here talking to me. The camera was just on nothing. I feel like he takes it out on his sister because, like, he'll jump in my lap and I'll pet him until he starts drooling, and then I'm like, dude, that's it, I'm done. You're drooling. That's over. And I put him down. And he gets mad because I stopped the cuddles. He wants to keep getting cuddles, and, you know, he wants to keep getting pets and love because he doesn't care that he's drooling. He's just like, I'm just gonna give myself all into it. And, oh, yeah, Dad. What are you doing, Kush? Well, if you wouldn't drool, I'd keep petting you, but you get yourself all full of drool, and then you try to rub it all on me, and it's disgusting. Disgusting. Don't mess with your sister. It's like having a toddler and a preteen, and they love and loathe each other, you know? It's like in the movies. If you see the movies where the older sibling is like a dork and a dweeb and can't defend themselves because they don't know how to fight, that's Blue Dream. She's the dork dweeb older sibling, and Kush is the little brother that smacks her around because, you know, he gets his way. Yeah, I'm telling everybody your secrets. How you let your little brother smack you around. Now you're the one that wanted a kitty. I asked you when you was a puppers if you wanted a kitty, and you got so excited every time I mentioned we were gonna get a kitty. So we got you a kitty. And you're the one that treated him the way you treated him growing up, flipping him and nudging him and bouncing him around, trying to play with him when he was a small kitten. Now he's a big kitty. And he's still getting bigger. He's just gonna mess with you even more. Yeah, you're special, Blue. It's really good coffee. I'm drinking Death Wish coffee, by the way, if anybody's curious. Marmalade. That's funny. Or marmalade. Get French with it. Get all French with it. Come here, marmalade. Kush was really close to being called Garfield. It was between Garfield and Orange Kush. And only slightly the third in the runnings. Okay, now this is gonna take a little bit of a leap. It goes Garfield, Orange Kush. He ended up becoming Orange Kush because his sister's name is Blue Dream. But the third possibility for a name was Mr. Bigglesworth. Orange Kush definitely won out because his sister was Blue Dream. But he was almost called Mr. Bigglesworth. And I sometimes call him that every now and again. It's like my little pet name for him, my little secret name for him, kind of. Where like he'll be in my lap and be like, Mr. Bigglesworth, you want a little belly rub? Here you go, Mr. Bigglesworth. You don't like that, Blue? Huh? You don't like when I call him Mr. Bigglesworth? Blue takes offense to that. Baby cat or Tufty. That's funny, Janice. Ugh. It really doesn't matter what you call him, you know, he doesn't really respond to anything. Kind of. I mean, like, he knows his name. Because he gets fussed enough. You know, he's constantly hearing his name be called out loud, you know. He definitely knows his name. But he doesn't come to you if you call his name. Now, depends on the circumstance, too. If it's nighttime and I'm lying down in bed, all I gotta do is say, Kush, you want cuddles? And he comes running. He likes to sleep in the bed. He likes to sleep either on top of Blue on the side of me or by my feet in the heat lamp if it's super cold and we got the heat lamp on. Or he likes to sleep like just across me sometimes. He's weird. He's a weird cat, but he definitely likes to sleep in the bed and with me and Blue. Blue's attached to the hip. The minute I lay in the bed, she's under the covers. Like it's the funniest thing in the world. All I gotta do is lay down in bed and put the covers on me, and Blue's like, "Oh, are we going to bed? Let's go." All right, Dad. I'm gonna get in my position, and she sleeps on my left side on my hip, literally on my hip. What, Blue? Am I talking smack about you? Like she's all curled up on the chair. You being special, Blue? Hmm? You being special? I know it's not cold in here. It's not cold at all. Not even a little bit. It's like 40 degrees outside. 40-something degrees outside. It's not even a little cold in here. You're just being special. Are you mad because I gave the kitty lovin's and I didn't give you lovin's? Huh? She is, Janice. She really is. She's spoiled rotten, too. The only time she really, like, wants to eat her food is if I put mac and cheese in it. Huh? You don't want to eat unless I put mac and cheese, huh? Just like a toddler. She's in the mac and cheese phase right now, kind of. Yours too, Janice? I mean, y'all see that Kush is on the spectrum. He is, whew. I don't know about on the, he might be really off the spectrum. He's out there. I think I sent him to kitty space one time when he was a kitten, and he never really came back. What, Blue? What do you want? Hmm? What do you want? Was that the right words? You gonna show me what you want? Are they over here? Is this what you want, Blue? Is this what you want? Is that what you want, Blue? Huh? Is that what you want? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Gonna sit? Come here. No, girl, come here. Sit. Good girl. There you go. Hold on, Kush. I'll get you something too. Alright, buddy. You gonna come sit? Come sit. Hey. Well, you want your treats. Good, sit, but come right here. Sit. Sit. Right there. Good boy. There you go. And I'll put the rest right there for you. Yeah, now we got space biscuits. Oh, Kush is definitely verbal. He's not a non-verbal cat. He's a verbal cat. He is extremely verbal, and it's really funny. If I were to take Blue outside and go walk her, he would yell, "Kush, leave your sister alone. You just had your treats, bud." Like, he'll yell at the top of his lungs if I go outside without him. I mean, Kush too, basically, he meows when he wants things, but he meows a lot. He's always wanting something. Either cuddles, treats, food. To let everybody know that we didn't take him outside when we went outside. I will, Janice, as soon as he gets his own leash. I have to be able to afford to buy one off of like Temu or something for him. I'm gonna get him a leash so that I can start walking him. I've tried using Blue's leash, but he does not respond very well to her leash. You're special, Blue. No, you're not getting more than one. There's food in your bowl if you're hungry. I told you, food is in your bowl. Whoa. Yeah, I've picked one out on Temu. I gotta be able to afford to buy it. You know, it takes time to come up with money when you don't work. I'm going to get him one though. I picked one out. It looks like a little tactical harness. It's kind of cool. See this? Oh, he's in the curtain. Kush, what are you doing? Watch out, Blue. He's gonna come up and attack you. Just saying. Oh, he's in his kitty litter box. I thought he was in the curtain. He ate his treats. He went poop a little bit. No, I'm just joking. I don't know what he does in there. He likes to play in the kitty litter sometimes, I think. What are you looking at, Blue? Really? Really? Yeah, he's making sand castles in there. Kitty litter castles. He uses poop to mold it, you know. He poops and he scoops up kitty litter around that makes a mold. And that becomes a pillar. And he just builds little structures. Sometimes when I'm cleaning his cat litter box out, it's like full-on little colonies in there, you know. Like I just scoop up little homes. And I'm like a god earthquake. Welcome in, Bonnie. That's funny, Janice. That is funny. Could you imagine seeing a big human poop in a cat box? And you look at your cat and you're like, holy cow, dude, what'd you eat? I feel that way about Blue Dream sometimes. You know, she poops as like a big dog. Huh, Blue? You get the big poops? You might be a little dog, but you say big poop comes in little packages, huh? Special. Sorry that you walked into a poop conversation, Bonnie. It's always some kind of weird conversation going on my channel. Do, 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 do. I swear, you guys, like, I wish I could get a camera, like, to phase Blue and Kush 24/7, like, to just follow them around. Because they're freaking hilarious sometimes. They do, like, a real-life Tom and Jerry run around the bus, like, chasing each other type situation. And it's quite funny. It is quite funny. Blue's not that bright sometimes. She tries. She tries, but the kitty outsmarts her. He stalks her from the kitty tree. I really wish we could understand what they're thinking. You know, it's like I know what she's thinking about him, what he's thinking about her. It'd be nice. I feel like I gotta sneeze. I bet she's gonna bark. I hate when I get the feeling like I gotta sneeze, but it's like just like tickling my nose, you know? Alright, it's gone. I talked about it, I guess, so it went away. Oh, I'm sorry, Bonnie. I hope you feel better. I feel bad for you guys that get sick. Like, for real. I only feel like I have to sneeze every now and again. It's not like I'm sick sneezing. I don't have a runny nose or stopped up nose, nothing like that. I can breathe just fine, you know? So I feel bad for you guys that get sick. I know what it's like to get sick. I used to get sick back when I was like 20, 21. But I quit letting them give me that damn flu shot, and I quit getting sick. Like, period. I haven't had a flu, cold, you know, anything in, let's see, 17 years, I think. Yep, 17 years. No sicky sicky in 17 years. Again, I'm not saying it's just a flu shot, but I mean, yeah, I quit letting them give me that stupid flu shot because they used to mandatorily make me take it. Every job I had was mandatory. Oh, you have to get the flu shot. Why? I don't have the flu. That doesn't make sense to me. It's to prevent getting the flu. And then you take the flu shot and you get the flu. So how does it prevent getting the flu? That's the dumbest lie I think I've ever heard a doctor spew to me. Was, oh, you need to get the flu shot to prevent getting the flu, and you get the flu shot and get the flu. Well, I thought it was supposed to prevent getting the flu. Oh yeah, but now you're gonna have it a lot less worse than what it would be if you would have got it without the flu shot. Huh? The flu's the flu. The F you mean it's going to be less worse now that you got it because you got the flu shot versus if you would have got it without the flu shot. I quit taking that flu shot. I quit getting sick. Period. Like I haven't gotten sick in 17 years. And I tempt fate and everything, you know? Like I've had people that were sick and I'm like, "Yo, come for a smoke session." She's like, "Oh, I'm sick. I can't smoke with anybody right now." I'm like, "Dude, I don't get sick. Don't worry about it." And we smoked. Never got sick. And they were flu, coughing, whatever, you know. I'm sharing a joint with them. Here you go. Kush. Hey. You need to chill out, crackhead kitty. I don't know. But yeah, Janice, I don't, like, I don't get sick because I don't take that stupid shot. I don't let them inject me with anything. I don't trust needles with injections. Unless I know exactly what's going into my body. No, thank you. It's also why I don't do drugs that you have to inject yourself with. Because you don't know what's in those drugs. What's in the mix that you gotta freaking inject in yourself. No, thank you. I don't want to take a chance. No effing thank you. What are you doing, Kush? Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm looking at you because you're being stupid. What are you doing? No. No, I'm gonna stop you right there, but we're not playing this jump on me and try to climb my shoulder all day long game. You just need to be good kitty or you're gonna go in the kitty backpack. You hear me? You hear me, Kush? Either you start acting nice, be nice to your sister, or you're gonna go in the kitty backpack. Yes, don't tell me no. See what I'm saying, Janice? He talks back to me all the time. Yes, Bonnie. Yes. I mean, I don't drink alcohol, but my grandparents were the same way. My uncles and aunts and stuff, if they got the flu, they drink a hot toddy and let it kick this flu out the system, you know? Like, it is what it is. If you get sick, you get sick, you know? I said, screw it. I quit letting them give me that shot, and I was like, if I'm going to get sick, I'll get sick. Because I kept getting sick after getting the shot anyway. So it never once prevented the shot. The shot never once prevented the flu. Every time I got the shot, I got the flu. For years, it was like that. They give me the flu shot, I get the flu. Not even a month after getting the flu shot almost, you know? Like, it was like, whatever. I can snap my fingers if I want. Snap my fingers if I want, you little... You got a problem with me snapping my fingers, Kush? It's because you're usually doing something wrong, huh? Usually you hear a finger snap when you're being bad. I go, you don't like that, huh? Gotta mess with them sometimes. But yeah, no, like I don't understand what they're putting in that flu shot or any of those other whatever shots they want to give you now. I'm not letting them give me that COVID shot. I'm not letting them give me the flu shot. I don't let them give me no shots. Because I'm not sick. If I'm not sick, you're not putting nothing in my body. Alright? That's how I feel about it. And you ain't going to force me to take no shot either. Because, and look, the way I look at it too, if they were to try to hold me down or something to try to give me that stupid COVID shot or flu shot or whatever shot they want to give, I'm fighting. It's me versus you. And I guarantee you, if I'm fighting, somebody else is getting hurt. Yep. Yep, Monty. That's my personal experience from the flu shot. Every time I was forced to take the flu shot for a job, I would get sick. I would get the flu, and I mean bad. It sucked. I said 1 year, like the last time I let him give it to me, I was like 20, 21, I think, when I got the flu the last time, and I said screw this, never again, never again, because they kept forcing me to take the shot, and they were like, oh, you have to take the shot or you can't work here, blah blah blah. Well, from then on, welcome in Scratching with Pam. Happy Sunday to you as well. From then on, if a job told me if I didn't take the shot, I couldn't work there, I say, all right, peace. You want me as an employee? You ain't gonna force me to take a shot that I don't want. If I'm not sick, I'm not taking a shot. And since I stopped taking that shot, I quit getting sick. And it's 17 years now. 17 years with no sick. I haven't had to take a sick day from work because I don't need to miss work. I don't freaking like. I don't go to the doctor. I haven't been to the doctor in 17 years for sickness. You know, like I don't pay a medical bill. I don't pay insurance because I don't need it. If something happens that I have to go to the doctor, I'll pay out of pocket. All right, that's how confident I am that I'm not gonna get sick. Michael, again, I've gone to hospitals where people are sick. I've gone through this whole freaking pandemic thing with the COVID stuff, and the only time I ever wore a mask during COVID was whenever they forced me to put the mask on because I wasn't getting that damn sickness. I didn't let them give me that COVID shot, so I'm not getting COVID. And throughout the entire pandemic, I never lost my sense of smell, never lost my sense of taste. I've never gotten sick. You know, again, I haven't been sick in 17 years, much less during this COVID pandemic stuff. And I rarely wore a mask. Again, if they didn't force me to put it on, it wasn't on. I used to crack jokes. I take my beard and I go like this, and I'd be like, "All right, I got a mask on now. There you go. What's up? I got a mask on." It's like the best COVID mask ever because they can't tell you it's not a mask. It's covering your face. I'm covering my face. I'm completely covered. It's just all natural. It's an all natural face mask. God, my beard is getting super gray. Look at that. Wow. Wow, the grays are really underneath. Yeah. My cat's a crackhead. But yeah, no, that's what I used to do most of the times whenever they'd fuss me about not having a mask on. I'd pull my beard up and I'd take my glasses off and I'd put my glasses back on with my beard. And he'd be like, all right, now I'm covered. It's covering my mouth. So tell him to F off. I think I used to make a joke about it the whole time during the pandemic thing. I get it. People were getting sick and everything. But everyone that I talked to that had COVID, you know, said it felt like the flu. Not that bad, you know. They literally described flu symptoms. And then I started thinking to myself, well, this is just a fucking flu going around. Everybody's getting another strain of the flu. That's all this is, you know? Well, that sucks, Janice. I never had it, so I don't know. But everyone that I talked to that had it told me they had flu symptoms. You know, flu-like symptoms. Nausea, you know, fever. The only difference was they couldn't taste or smell certain things. Or anything, whatever. I don't know. I don't know how it worked. I don't know. See? See, just like the flu, right? You know, you probably felt clammy, crappy, you know, like nauseous and aching, whatever. I don't know. I haven't had the flu in 17 years, so I don't remember exactly what happens when you get the flu. I remember I used to feel like crap, you know? It used to make me like throw up, and I'd sweat and run a fever and then sweat and then run a fever. It was really ridiculous. I hated the flu. Kush, behave, buddy. Blue, he's right behind the blanket. He's gonna mess with you. He's gonna mess with you, Blue. You better be prepared at least, I guess. I don't know. Prepare yourself. Here he comes. His butt's wiggling. There he goes. I told you. Kush! You're about to go in the kitty backpack, bud. Sorry. Right, Dustin, though? Exact. Eating was like chewing cardboard. Ew, that sucks. Yeah, no, I've never had that problem. Never had that problem. Never once lost my sense of taste or smell. You know, smoked a lot of weed. Coughed a lot. Which came to these shirts. I have Kush, not COVID. Because I got tired of people looking at me like I had that stupid disease. Because I was coughing all the time. I'd hit a dab pen or something, you know, and be coughing my lungs off. And they'd be like, oh, you got that COVID. You got COVID. Dude, it's a dab pen. Calm down. I'm not sick. Calm down. I hit a dab. Or I smoked a joint, you know. No, Bonnie. I'm not gonna be scratching very many tickets. Moving forward, you know, like I might scratch every now and again if somebody wants to sponsor a sesh. Cool beans. I appreciate anyone that sponsors sessions on my channel and anything like that. But I'm not working currently. I'm currently freeze drying candy and selling freeze dried candy, freeze dried ice cream, and freeze dried fruit. That's my job at the moment. So unless anyone's buying freeze dried goodies from me, I have no income coming in, so I don't really have expendable cash to go and spend on tickets, and it's been really expensive. It's been really expensive for me on tickets, and they've been losing a lot. And I have been spending like every now and again I've been putting a little bit whatever extra cash I had to like $20 sesh here and $20 sesh here, you know, something like that, but it's just getting to the point where I can't really afford it anymore. So I like my channel is gonna start doing more adventures, I guess, if I can afford the gas money to go out and do stuff, because I have a plan on going to places like the paint mines and using my GoPro as a chest cam, and I have a POV cam to do that as well. Um, I have ideas on other like adventure type videos and stuff like that. We're gonna go live all the time with Winter Ducky Dinner and Token with Odin, and whenever I'm doing freeze dried candy or stuff like that, I'm gonna record that with you guys live. So that's gonna be a huge part of the channel too, freeze drying candy and fruit and ice cream and stuff. Um, but you know, the scratch tickets are gonna be far and few in between, I think, because I really can't afford it. We might do Pulse Casino every now and again whenever I have free play. Like today, I'm supposed to get $2 in free play on Pulse Casino, and I think that's gonna be around like noon or 1 or something. So whenever I get that, I'm gonna go live and we're gonna have a little Pulse Casino session, see if we can get a win with $2 in free play. If not, it is what it is. But gambling is just it's expensive. And when I don't have a full-time job or a steady income, knowing that I have expendable cash for this or expendable cash for that, I can't afford to just spend money on tickets at the moment. Also, once I start working with my sis Sybil, and you'll see her in the chat all the time, she's got a blue wrench too. We're supposed to start working the festivals, and I might actually apply to work for the company that she works for. And if they hire me, then I'll be doing traveling to different states with her. And once that happens, then we might have more scratch sessions coming from different states. Like we'll do scratch tickets from whatever state we're in at the time. That's if I have a full-time job with expendable cash. Again, Then we'll go back to being more of a scratch sesh channel and less of a whatever I can come up with channel. Like we might do, we're gonna have a warm week here. We might do some resin art in the next day or two. You know, we might do some I don't know, some baking, you know, cooking, stuff like that. If I got the ingredients for certain things. There's a lot of things that I have ideas for to do on my channel. And I'm hoping that I can keep everyone's attention and keep you guys entertained. Because I like doing the scratch cards, I really do. It's hard to afford them now. It's just, everything's just getting super expensive. Life in general. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think we're gonna be all right on the channel because I have tons of things to do here in the bus. We're gonna do some live streams with my sand art table because everybody seemed to enjoy the sand art table again. So we're gonna do some live streams with that, and we're gonna do live streams with Winter Ducky Dinner. We're gonna do freeze drying content, stuff like that. You know, I think we're gonna be all right. We're gonna have plenty of stuff to do. I have a lot of ideas for traveling and adventures here in my state. When I do work the festivals with Sybil, we're gonna go live for that. We're gonna have videos of that and show what we're doing out there and things to, like, cause I got plans on making donuts and funnel cakes and tornado fries and cool things. So I think we're gonna get a lot of fun at the festivals. You know, Janice, if I can figure out copyright free trippy music, then yes, I would love to do that, Janice. But YouTube is so strict with their freaking copyright policies and whatnot that I'm actually scared to put music on while the table's going on. Oh, the last batch came out amazing, Bonnie. This batch is still in there. Like, watch, I'll show you guys. Well, we'll go to the front of the bus and I'll show you guys what's going on with the freeze-dried watermelon. So, we've been going now for 22 hours and 45 minutes. It's been drying for 11 of those hours. I'm not going to touch anything because I don't want it to stop. This is what it looks like so far. It's going to have an extra 13 hours or 10 hours after this is... Once this gets to the end, which could be another 8 hours, I don't know. Because see that little bar? That's a fraction of what 11 hours was. So that right there, 11 of those is... You know, 11, if you cut that 11 times, that'd be an hour for each one of those cuts. But check that out. There's like ice building up around the outside of the barrel. All the way around the outside of the barrel, there's ice. And that's from the water that the machine has pulled with this here vacuum chamber. This vacuum right here. This vacuum hose is attached right there, and it pulls out all the moisture and it attaches it to the outside of this barrel, and it freezes it as it's drying at 123 degrees or 125 degrees. Let me take the light off. It's drying, the actual trays are drying at 124 degrees, while the outside is at -10. And what that's doing is pulling 99% of the moisture out of the fruit, candy, ice cream, whatever you put in there. And what it does is that makes it shelf stable. And according to all the paperwork, all the research, it's shelf stable for 25 years, and it doesn't have to be refrigerated. It doesn't have to A cool, dry place is all you really need. You know, like you don't have to worry about like heat too much, but it can melt stuff. You know, like if it's candy and chocolate or something, you know, or caramel, that can be melted in the heat. Same thing goes with like Jolly Ranchers and anything else that's like a candy that melts when it gets hot. Come on, Kush, look at this. That's what I come into. He's just in my seat. He's like, Dad, you moved. This is my seat. This is the kitty throne. This is my kitty throne, Dad. And what's messed up, he'll let me sit on him. I could actually sit on him if I wanted. He won't move. Watch. I'll show you guys. Okay. Let's see if he'll move. Just gonna sit on you, Kush. Nope. Nope. He's like, alright, Dad, sit on me. That's fine. That's fine. Sit on me. Come on, buddy. You gotta move. Come on. Come on. Come on. You wanna fight? You wanna fight? You wanna fight? You wanna fight? Huh? Is that what we're doing? We're fighting now? We're fighting? Pow, pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, 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 pow. Pow, pow. What are you gonna do, huh? Huh? I see your back paws, too. I know you got claws there, too, bud. You wanna fight, huh? Huh? We're fighting? We're fighting? Pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, 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 pow. What? Ooh, you got claws? Pow, pow. You got claws? Pow, pow, pow. You gonna move? Pow, pow. You gonna move? You don't like two hands? You don't like two hands? You gonna move, buddy? Come on, I want to sit down. You gonna move? You gonna move? You gonna move? You gonna move? Come on. There you go. That took a lot. That took a lot to get him to move. Have a blessed day, Bonnie. Y'all saw that? That was Kitty Kung Fu. That was Kitty Kung Fu. I should probably save that and make a short about it. I think that's hilarious. The way he puts his claws up. He knows Kitty Kung Fu. He's very adamant about he knows Kitty Kung Fu. Meow. I think you talk a lot of smack, Kush. You know that? I think you're a smack talker. No. You don't need to attack the chair. The chair didn't do you anything. Oh, living with a crackhead kitty. What are you doing, Kush? Yeah, no, I have plans on going out to the paint mines. If I can get gas money to get out there. It's only like, I don't know, 40 miles or 50 miles away. Excuse me. I'm so tired from last night. So it's not that far from here. You know, like it's only it's closer to me than Denver. But no, Kenny, that's my papa.
No, Chris. God damn it.
I gotta watch how I do that, though. He might come running if I start talking like Cartman for real.
Yes, I'm going home.
Cartman starts squealing like a pig. I'm sorry. I love the episode when Cartman's like going to the doctor and they try to give him a shot. And he slips out of all of his clothes and then starts running around the office naked, squealing like a pig, and that's hilarious.
Oh, but Mom, can I get time from the cash? I want to die. I'm going to die.
And she gives him one toy from the chest.
It's sweet.
He walks out naked. Oh, Cartman's so special. Cartman is so special. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder, Good morning, Sybil. Welcome in. Sometimes I wonder about the writers of South Park. I wonder if they're hiring. You know how cool it'd be like a South Park voice actor? I know for a fact they could find a place for me to voice act something. Like I got so many different character voices that they could use. I feel like I could be a stand-in for Tally, maybe. Or Cartman, if necessary. Like, if I hung out with Trey Parker or Matt Stone, I think they would enjoy my time, my company. I'd have them laughing. We'd all be, like, doing character voices and stuff. I think we'd all be laughing. Alright, Sybil. Oh, I think it'd be an awesome, like, hangout time. That's for sure. Because I know they have a sense of humor like me. Because of the dark humor on their show and all the stuff they've been involved in. I know that I would get along with Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Like I think we would smoke some weed, we'd hang out, we'd be doing character voices, and the next thing you know, I would have a part in the show or something. Like I'd have a new character or something for me. With my range of voices that I can do, I'm pretty confident I can come up with a different character or something like that. I don't know. I just think it'd be a lot of fun to work with them. Or just to be a voice actor in general, you know? Just to be a voice actor in general would be awesome. There's so many episodes, Dustin. So many episodes. Hell, I could be the new king of the underpants. Gnomes, you know?
I need underpants. Where's my underpants? Give me underpants.
I could be the next king of the underpants gnomes, for crying out loud.
3, 4, 4, I want underpants.
Like, I mean... They'd show a big fat...
3, 4, 4, underpants.
Yeah, Underpants Gnomes Part 2. And it would show me walk in and you would see OBPB, on the hat, just like that. Make it to a point. There we go.
That's it, King. We've had enough. We're taking over. It's our time to reign. We want the underpants. I'm the king now.
Just saying. Just saying. I could take over the underpants gnomes. I should leave my hat like that. It looks so stupid. Yes. I could be like the big gnome from the back.
And you know what? I'm fed up with this. I'm the one who's always opening the drawers because you guys can't handle it. So I'm the underpants gnome now. I'm king.
And I just take over. Like, I'm the fat Cartman underpants gnome, you know?
And it's so sweet. Yes.
They always call me to open the drawers because, like, they can't open the drawers by themselves. They need some big fat gnome. And you see me hobble in.
I'm here. I got it now. Get the drawer. Yeah.
I really wish I could contact Trey Parker and Matt Stone and tell them this kind of stuff because I think it'd be hilarious. And I don't know. I feel like they can make an entire episode out of like overthrowing the underpants gnome king.
Oh my god, we squished him like a bug.
Yeah, that was actually funny. Well, anytime Kenny dies is funny. Anytime Kenny dies is funny. And since the Mysterion episodes, you know, like it's even funnier because we know he comes back. He's not just like they just forget about it. Everybody just forgets about it that he dies. So the Kenny death is super funny now. It was funny before because he just always reappeared. He was just always there again. And now we know because of the Mysterion episodes that Kenny's a satanic, like, devil worship that went wrong, and now he's cursed with immortality. Cursed with immortality. Coursed. He's cursed with immortality. That's why Kenny Jowl is always gonna come back because he's cursed. Cursed. I tell you. I don't know. I think I could have a lot of fun voice acting, though. The only problem is, like, you gotta know people that know people to get your foot in the door or whatever, you know. Like, I've met a couple voice actors, and they were really cool. And, they told me to keep, you know, shooting for it, keep going for it, because we had fun doing character voices at, like, conventions and stuff when I met them. And I was like, yeah, no, I want to. And the only time that I've ever even gotten into a studio to record my voices, it was $1 a minute. And I asked the guy if we could smoke a joint before I started recording so that I could, you know, loosen up and get into the zone to do voices. He's like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And he smoked with me, okay? I smoked the joint with this dude. And we get to about the end of the joint. Now, mind you, we've been sitting there for about 20 minutes. And he goes, so, you got about 40 minutes left of your hour. You might want to get in there and start recording stuff, or you just pay me to smoke. And I was like, what? I didn't know the joint was, like, included in the hour. I thought it was going to start the hour after the joint, you know? Like, what the hell? So I got in there and started rushing through my voices, and nothing was sounding right. Everything was just kind of, like rushed. And it wasn't fun. I had a really bad CD with like 8 or 9 voices on it that I kind of got out. I couldn't get Cleveland to sound right. Like, I couldn't do the Cleveland voice. That's my go-to voice. Anytime somebody asks me, what's my favorite voice, I'm like, oh, well, Cleveland, of course. Well, that's how his mannerisms. That's so easy to do. I couldn't do that right. I was so nervous because I was being rushed that I couldn't do the Cleveland voice. Everything sounded off. My high-pitched notes sounded weird. Like my strain notes sounded weird. it was it was a very crappy time. My first time in a studio, my first and only time in a recording studio. You know. Now I have recording equipment of my own that I'm gonna try and do it again and make my own demo. Because I know I could do better. I know I could do better than what I did in that recording demo. And then now that I'm doing it myself, welcome in, Amy Jean. Now that I'm going to do it myself, I can take my time and work on it. So I can actually watch the characters I'm going to mimic beforehand and, like, have fresh. 1 second, I gotta sneeze. Whew. And there it goes. Nope, I dog it. I hate that feeling like I gotta sneeze. It just comes and goes, man. Just comes and goes. Little tickles. But anyway, I can actually listen to the people I'm trying to mimic and recreate the mannerisms and the inflections in their character voices and stuff. So I can have it fresh on my mind. Like, I know what I'm supposed to sound like, and I know if it's gonna be off. I can retake as many times as I need to because it's my dime. I'm not paying anyone else to record me. So I'm gonna work on that in the future once I get a job again to where I can fund a small. Put my head back. I don't like the way it looks. I'm not the underpants gnome anymore. But I'm gonna work on building myself a little sound recording studio booth, with like soundproofing eggshell cartons or whatever you want to call that stuff, that soundproofing material, so that I could step in and record sound bites of whatever I'm trying to record, like my character voices or whatever. And I can take my own pace, I can smoke as much as I want, get in and relax and feel good about it. But I know if I got heard by the right people, I could have a job being a voice actor, no problem. No problem. Because I also know there's not many people out there in the world that can do what I do. There are a lot of us, okay, but not on a scale. Like, if you think about it on the scale of, like, how many people can do character voices, I have only met in my life 4 or 5 people that can do some of the voices like I do. Like, I can take my voice up really high. I can go down really low. I can do a lot of in-between. Like, I can do a lot of different character voices. And there's not very many people out there like that. I know this because there are, if you think about it, 7 billion people in the world, there's over 7 billion people. There's probably 2-3 million people in that 7 billion that can do character voices like me. And on that scale, that sounds like a lot, 3 million people. But compared to, like, how many people there are in the world, that looks awesome, Sybil. Are you going to do that both sides, or are you going to have a different backside? Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, no, I know. So I think it looks awesome. That looks like the front of a coin. You should design a backside of your coin too, or have her design a backside of your coin too. That looks cool for like a channel logo, you know? That looks really cool. Cool beans. But yeah, no, Amy Jean, I definitely feel like I have a rare gift because, again, like I said, there's not very many people that can do what I do. I know when I was a kid, Michael Winslow was a huge influence on me wanting to do character voices and stuff. If you ever watched Police Academy, you know who I'm talking about. He was the original. Well, not the original, but he was the original man of different voices, noises, anything. You know, like he can make all these different noises, sounds with his mouth. You know, he was a beatboxer, if you will. Um, oh, I believe that, Amy Jean. I believe that. But watching the Police Academy, seeing Michael Winslow do all his character, like not just character voices, but noises, sound effects, all this kind of stuff. He was a huge influence on me growing up. You know, like I was like, oh, other people could do it too. Because I used to mimic everybody. You know, my mom used to get so mad at me. It's part of my autism. You know, like I can't help it. It just happened naturally where I would mimic my cousins, and like we would go to Mississippi. And my cousins, they talk like this. They didn't talk like us from the bayou. They talk with an accent. They had that twangy talk to them, you know. Like you go over to Mary Sue Ellen's house and get a glass of sweet tea if you want to. You know, that's how they talk. And we go over there. I was about 4 or 5, and I can remember I'd hear them talking, and I was like, well, I'm supposed to talk like that too, I suppose. You know, we're here together. We're cousins. We're kin. My mom would slap me. Quit talking like that. And I'd be like, what, Mama? This is how I talk. I don't know what you're talking about. And it was natural, you know. Echo, Echololia? Loyola? Echolola? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. No worries, Dustin. Have a blessed day, brother. Um, yeah, no, it's been like this since I was a child. Like I've had issues when I watch cartoons. I would mimic the character voices I would hear in the cartoon characters. You know, like it was just my brain hears it and I want to repeat it. I don't know why. I don't know why, and it still happens to this day, where I'll be watching like cartoons or something, and I'll hear a new character voice, and my brain would be like, "Say that, say it, just say it," and I'll repeat what the character says, and I'm like, "Oh, I could do that character voice too," you know, like it's always something weird. Echololia. I don't know if I'm saying that right still. But yeah, no, my mom used to get so mad at me, and she would slap me and stuff like that, and tell me to shut up and stop talking like that, and it was just, I don't know, my brain would tell me I had to talk like that, you know, like I would, I it's I don't want to say it's a tick. I don't have Tourette's or nothing like that. Um, I know there's a lot of people out there that claim they have Tourette's, and that ticks make them say this and make them do that. It's not that kind of a tick, you know. Like I'm not gonna go crazy if I don't do it, you know. I can be in public and hear a character voice and not repeat it. I do have some control over it, but in my head, I'll hear something and I'll be like, oh, that's funny. I could do that. I know I could do that. And then I'll repeat what I hear. Now as an adult, anyway. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Amy Jean. Everybody thinks I'm doing it to mock or be mean, and it's not, you know? It's like that show, are you mocking me? Are you mocking me? No, I'm not trying to mock people. It's really bad. Okay, it's really bad for me when I meet someone from a foreign country and I like their accent, and if they're talking to me, I have a hard time not slipping into their accent or not repeating things that they say. Yes, Amy Jean. Yes, I agree. Yes, it's like I meet people all the time from different countries. Like I met a guy from I think he was from Japan. I worked with him in it was an Asian cultured country. You know, like he was either China or Japan. I want to say it was Japan. Uh, I was doing Vine videos back when Vine was a thing, way before TikTok or YouTube was like big on making videos. I was doing Vines, 6 second videos, and it was so funny because he was still new to our country, and he didn't speak very good English, and he saw me recording on my phone. He goes, "Oh, like a camcorder." that, I wanted to repeat it so bad, like so bad at him, and like anytime he would talk to me, that's how like he would have that heavy Asian accent, you know, and it was so hard not to just like want to repeat everything he said. Yeah, no, I know that for a fact, Amy Jean. If I hear somebody talk with a British accent, I want to talk with a British accent. That's just all there is to it. I could do it all day long too. That's like one of my go-to accents there. Oh, it was a lot. It was hard, Amy Jean. It was hard working with that guy and not repeating the things he was saying to me because it was just the dialects of that he had was just so and like all you got to do is imagine any American movie that you've seen with a Chinese or a Japanese actor, and they have that broken English where they speak a camcorder, you know, like that over the top can't really pronounce certain letters, you know. It was hard not to want to mimic his words because my brain liked hearing it, you know, like the way he talked was super interesting to my brain. But no, like when I went to Amsterdam, I spoke with a British accent the whole time I was there because I didn't want people to know that I was from America. Because if they knew you was from America, they treated you with like disrespect. They didn't like Americans. They did not like Americans at all. So when I was in Amsterdam, I'd walk into the like the dispensaries, if you will, coffee shops, and I'd be like, "Can I get a gram of that, please? Can I check that out, please?" And they'd pull out the grams of weed, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's lovely. That is. Oh, how much for an eighth of that? I'd love an eighth of that. That'd be beautiful. 20 quid. Oh, that's perfect. There we go. There you go." And I'd pay for an eighth, and I'd take an eighth, and I'd sit down and I'd smoke, and then I'd walk around and talk like this because they would treat me with a lot more respect if they thought I was coming from England than if they thought I was coming from America. So I kept the accent up because I was like, you know what? I like getting treated with respect. I like people treating me like I belong here and I'm not just a foreigner, you know. Now I did get looked at crazy sometimes because I didn't look British, but when you get the accent, they don't care. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Amy Jean. You're welcome, Amy. You're welcome about that. Look, I'll keep going with it if you want me to. Make you talk to the shop cashier in a British accent where you can't even help it. Be like, "I'm sorry, I'm trying not to. I really try not to. But my buddy, he's making me talk like this. I'm not doing it I'm not doing it on purpose." Oh, honestly, I never know what I'm going to sound like. When I worked at Walmart, I used to do this a lot too. I would go around, and if people would ask me where certain things were, I'd switch into the British accent and start talking to them like this. You'd be like, oh yeah, 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 no, it's right down here. I'll show you right where that's at. You looking for bread? Yeah, no, it's in the bakery, love. Or you looking for rice? No, it's down here, down aisle. Let's see, not three, not four, probably aisle four, love. Yes, love. And you say love a lot after that stuff. You know, people, for some reason, British people say love a lot. And look, it's funny though, because I do it in case I told them the wrong information, and they went back to the manager. They'd be like, "That British guy, he should not be working here." And obviously, my manager knows I'm not from Britain, so they didn't know it was me. Yeah, love and bruv too. You know, if you're talking to like you want to talk posh, and you see a guy, you say bruv, bruv. Listen, bruv. No, okay, bruv. BROV, bruv, is a common British slang, and if you throw it in there a lot, it throws them off, so they don't question whether or not you're actually from Britain or not. And I've actually I used to do this a lot when I worked at Taco Bell as well. I used to work at Taco Bell, and they put me on the speaker on the headset taking orders, and I would take orders with the British accent. And I've had people come through and hear my accent and go, "Wow, are you from England?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, love, I'm from England." Wait, what parts are you from? And I said, I'm from a little town called Surrey. It's not far from right around London. You know, Surrey, England. Never even been there, love. Never even been there in my life. I've been to Amsterdam once. I'm from Louisiana, born and raised. But I had so many people believing that I was from a little town called Surrey, right outside of Essex, I believe. And I found the town on Google Maps by doing that. So I got to England, and I was like, oh look, Surrey, that sounds cool, Surrey. All right, that's where I'm from. And people believe it or not. I try, Janice, I try. Welcome in, Ken. No, okay, I've done that too, Amy Jean. I've been in an anime convention before, and I went up on a panel where I was talking. It was like an adult themed panel, and they were asking us questions like, what would you do in this situation, or what would you do if you were faced with this or that or whatever. And when it came to me, it was a cute anime chick, you know, like holding the microphone, and she put the mic near me, and I started talking with a British accent like that. And I was like, well, you know, first off, I would do this or I would do that, and I just kept going on, and she goes, oh my god, you got a sexy accent. And I was like, I know, love. It's a curse and a blessing all at the same time. Truth be told, I got my British accent from watching Harry Potter and other British shows because I loved watching British TV comedy like Benny Hill and Monty Python and Harry Potter and, you know, a lot of the other British shows and, you know, Little Black Books and stuff like that. And when you watch a lot of British programming and you watch the telly like that, you know, you just kind of sticks with you. You learn, you listen. And yeah, Benny Hill is freaking hilarious. Benny Hill, you know. First time I ever saw boobies was because of Benny Hill. Yep. Yeah, babies! It was awesome. Yeah, no. Do, 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 do. But yeah, no, like I don't know. I enjoy doing character voices. A lot of times I have to tell people because they won't realize that I'm doing a character voice. They'll think it's my actual accent or something. And it's funny, but at the same time, it makes me start to think like I'm just deceiving everybody because I don't know what my actual accent sounds like anymore. That's not true. But my actual accent will slip out if I start talking about food. Cool beans, Sybil. I can't wait to see the back. I think that's a pretty cool channel logo. Like you should change your like I did with mine. See how I put my coin facing as the channel logo for my channel? Odin's Big Purple Bus. That would look like a cool channel logo for your channel, I think. That's why I was telling everybody earlier, you know, like I'm gonna do a lot less scratching on my channel from now. If I do get hired on with your company to be able to go and travel with you, then I might do more scratchers from different states. But at the moment, we're gonna do a lot less scratching unless somebody's like sponsoring a sesh or something for me to go get cards because I can't afford to do scratch cards at the moment. Yeah, no, I get that, Sybil. I get that. It still looks cool though. It still looks cool. I feel that, Amy Jean. I feel that. I'm always worried about the two animals that I got. You know, if something happens with them, I don't know what I would do. I appreciate that, Ken. I mean, for right now, we're gonna be doing a lot more freeze drawing videos, winter ducky dinner, adventure type videos. Like I have plans on going and play my hand pan at the paint mines, but also doing a walk around tour of the paint mines with my GoPro camera and my POV cam type situation. I feel that, Amy Jean. I feel that. Yep, nope. It's definitely not quick and easy to get. But yeah, no, if I get hired on with your company, Sybil, and I'm able to travel with you and have a job, you know, actually get paid, then we might do more scratch sessions here and there whenever I'm doing that from different states and stuff. But yeah, that's how it usually goes, Amy Jean. That's how it usually goes. Help is hard to come by, and like I really don't like even asking people for help. You know, like a lot of times I have a hard time swallowing my pride to even ask somebody for help. I was raised if you want something, you got to work hard to get it. You know, like my grandpa taught me if I wanted an ice cream from the ice cream man, I had to go pick weeds in the garden or cut the grass. You know, like I had to sweat for an ice cream. Oh, I've been there, Amy Jean. I've been there. That's what I'm talking about. You know, I've done that too. Like I have things that I don't want to part ways with, but I can part ways if I have to. That are worth money. Like I have 3D printers and curing stations that are worth money. I have a laser engraver that's worth money. I have a claw machine that I could sell if I had to. I don't want to. But luckily, I'm not in that position where I have to sell anything. You know, like I am still doing okay for the time being. It's rough. It's a very close, you know, struggle. But it is what it is. You know, Amy Jean, that's all fine and dandy to see how important it is to have money set back, but you know you have to have extra money to be able to set money back. That's the problem. That's the real problem. If you know if you don't have enough income to be able to set money aside, then how are you supposed to have money set aside to fall back on? Like I'm currently in a situation where I don't even really make enough to pay the bills. You know, I'm barely scraping by. Barely scraping by. So the minute I get money, it goes straight to rent, phone bill, insurance for the car, fuel in the car, you know, to get where I gotta go if I gotta go somewhere. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. So I don't have the extra income to even put to the side. You know, like I do every now and again have like 20 bucks extra, 40 bucks extra, and we'll do like a scratch session or something and hopefully get a big win or make a video for the channel. But even if I wasn't, you know, gambling that little extra income, I'd be spending that money on food or something. So it's not like I would really have it to save, you know. Most of the gambling that I've been doing lately has been from sponsored sessions or, you know, like we got to win, which allowed me to keep uh, playing or whatever. Like I'll sell freeze-dried candy and have enough to pay whatever I need to pay and then have a little extra over. And I'm like, okay, let's get it some tickets or something. But it's really to the point where I can't even afford that. We're going to see if my Pulse is ready yet or not. Because I'm supposed to get $2 in free play on Pulse. Nope, not yet. Yeah, I hope your bird feels better, Amy Jean. I know Blue Dream's been feeling meh lately. You know, like she eats, but she's waiting. She's being very picky about the food that I'm giving her, I guess, you know. She wants different food every meal. And she doesn't want the food that I got. The food that I got's not good enough. It was the Great Value brand, not the expensive freaking food. She's so picky, I swear. But if I put mac and cheese on it, like a spoonful of mac and cheese, like a tablespoon of mac and cheese, she'll eat the crap out of it. Ain't that something? Alright, I'm going to do a blessings because it feels like forever since I did a blessings. Yes, Sybil. Mac and cheese. Kraft, to be exact. Welcome in, Marco. She is very spoiled, and like it's the funniest thing in the world. If I'm in the front of the bus cooking it, and I'm stirring the pot, she gets so excited because she hears the pot stirring. She gets really excited when she sees me stirring the macaroni and cheese powder inside of it. Blessings be to you and to me. She is spoiled. And look, I know mac and cheese is not good for dogs, okay? If she would eat like a whole bowl, it would give her the squirts because it's dairy products, and dairy products isn't good for dogs. But I give her like a tablespoon. 1 tablespoon. It's maybe like 9 noodles in a bite, you know, like 1 bite of mac and cheese. And I'll sprinkle that over her food and then mix it in, and she freaking goes ham and eats all of her food. It's like my guarantee, if she's not eating, she doesn't want to eat, plop, I make mac and cheese, and she gets excited. I put a tablespoon of mac and cheese, she eats all of her food. And not just the mac and cheese, the good stuff too, the stuff that's good for her. The kibble and the meat, because I put meat on top of kibble, and she's just so spoiled. Like, she'll eat it once, and then the next time I go to serve her from the same can, because I get a big, like a can of dog food, you know, and I'll scoop out like a third of the can and give her the third of the can over kibble. And the first time, she's happy about it. She's like, all right, cool, new food. And then the second time I try to feed her the same food, she's like, I don't want to eat that. And she literally will sit there and make herself hungry to the point where she'll wait and wait and wait till she can't avoid eating anymore. And she'll run to the bowl and eat her food. But like if I sit down and I eat something like chips or whatever, you know, she like something like normally she would get a little piece of, like if I'm eating Pringles, plain salted, you know, potatoes, nothing else, just a potato with salt, I'll give her a little piece every now and again of chip. And she loves it. It's like a little treat, you know. And she'll come look at me like, "Ooh, Daddy, you're eating Pringles. I want a piece." And I'm like, "No, you gotta go eat your food. You know, girls that don't eat their food don't get treats." And it's kind of funny. Like she'll actually go and eat her food. She'll sometimes it's kind of, she scares me though, because she'll make herself so hungry that she'll start throwing up a little bit. You know, like she'll throw up a little stomach acid. Because she hasn't eaten anything. She's got nothing in her stomach to keep the stomach acid in. I feel that, Sybil. I feel that. I feel that. She will literally make herself sick until the point where she can't. She throws up a little stomach acid, and then I'm like, Blue, if you would just eat. Sometimes I gotta feed her by hand. I gotta take a piece of meat and be like, here, eat this, and she'll eat it out of my hand. And I have to feed her 3 or 4 pieces of meat before she's finally got enough food in her stomach to where she's like, okay, I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat the food now, it's good, I'm gonna eat it. And then she'll eat the rest of the food in the bowl. I've had to feed her by fork before, you know, because she's so spoiled. But she has a hard time getting the meat off the fork. So I started feeding her by hand every now and again whenever she gets like that. She's a spoiled little brat. At least with Kush, I don't have to worry about it. Kush will eat whatever. See, Janice, a lot of stuff that I eat, Blue can't have. It has onions or garlic in it, because I like onions and garlic. I like those flavors. Or it has spices. If it's anything that Blue's not supposed to eat, I don't feed her what I'm eating usually. There are certain things that I will feed her that's okay for her to eat. Like if I'm eating like pork rinds or something, you know, like pig skin. Hell, we literally feed her pig skins. The only difference on that pig skin pork rind is the salt. They got salt in that one, which dogs aren't supposed to have salt. So I don't feed her like a lot of it. I'll give her like a little bitty piece of a pork rind, and she gets all excited. Or if she's not eating, I'll take a piece of like a tiny corner of a pork rind and I'll crush it up into little bitty bits, and I'll sprinkle it over her food, so she smells the pork rind and she eats her food like that too. But for the most part, she's only recently started doing this. Like the last like 6 or 7 months, she's gotten really picky. Yeah, if she'll eat treats. Okay, if I grab her treat container, she gets so excited. The food could be sitting there for hours, like it is now. This food has been sitting there since 8 o'clock this morning when I got up. It's now almost it's noon. 3 minutes till noon. So 4 hours that food's been sitting there in that bowl, and she hasn't touched it. She doesn't want to eat it. But you saw how she ate that treat when I gave her a treat earlier. She was all sad and depressed and whatnot. And I said, "What do you want?" And she got all excited. And I was like, "Oh, I'm saying the right words now because you want a treat." But she'll like that food's gonna sit there probably till 6 o'clock tonight when she's finally hungry enough to actually go and eat her food. But if I were to go make mac and cheese right now and throw a spoonful of mac and cheese on top of that and mix it in, she'd gobble it up. And it sometimes it feels to me like she doesn't in protest. Like she's so spoiled, she doesn't want to eat because I didn't put mac and cheese in the bowl. But I guarantee, like I can. That's one thing I can guarantee is if I put a spoonful of mac and cheese, she would go haywire and eat the shit out of it. Yours loves string cheese. Mine too. Blue loves string cheese. She'll get a little piece every now and again. Oh, Amy Jean, that sounds so. I know that it's not weird for a bird to eat an egg, but that sounds so cannibalistic. uh, I feel that, Janice. I feel that sometimes she gets unsalted chicken broth put over the top of her food because she will eat her food if I warm up some chicken broth and throw it on top. I mean that's hilarious. I know it's not like bad for them. Birds eat eggs all the time. I get it, but it just seems so cannibalistic. Like you feed a bird an egg. That's like feeding them chicken. Like chickens will eat chicken, okay? This is a fact. This is a fact. I've seen it in person. Chickens love chicken. It's so mean. It's so mean, but chickens will eat chicken. I believe that, Ken. I believe that. That's so mean though. It sounds so horribly mean. Feeding a chicken. They will eat it. I've seen it. I've seen it in person. My cousins lived on a farm, My cousin was like, "Hey, check this out." And like the chickens eat the chicken. I'm like, "Oh." Like it's insane. That's cannibalism. Oh, I love chicken too. I also love beef and pork and deer. I also love fish, crawfish, lobster, any seafood really. Shrimp is delicious if it's fresh. I was lucky. Okay, growing up in Louisiana, we were raised to eat a lot of different taboo type items, I guess, if you will, like alligator and turtle and all this other stuff. That's hilarious, Amy Jean. Yeah, like, okay, in Louisiana, a lot of the stuff we got was from the land, like from the water, food from the water. Garfish, redfish, trout, alligator, like there's even people down south that eat Nutra. I've had Nutra before, it's not that bad. It's a little weird, a little tough, but not that bad. Um, I mean, it's just, we were taught and raised to eat the weirder meats, the stuff you can hunt for, like rabbit and alligator and garfish and delicious stuff. It's delicious. It really is. It's super good. Turtle is really good too. A Nutra is it's like a beaver almost, kind of. Like a Louisiana beaver. It's also close to like a rat, like a giant rat. They're huge. They're like ginormous. It looks like a beaver type animal. And it's got like a it's called a Nutra-rat. It really is called a Nutra-rat. But they're huge. I'm not talking about, okay, like a rat is about this big. Okay, that's about the normal sized rat. A Nutra, and let me see if I can zoom out a little bit here, so you can see how big I'm talking about. All right, a Nutra is about this big. It's about the size of a beaver. It's got two big orange teeth, and like it's got a rat's looking tail, but they have a fur pelt because they have fur. So we have hunters that trap them, and you trap the Nutra, you skin the fur, you make a pelt out of it, and you cut the meat and sell the meat. Nutra meat is like a huge market in Louisiana. And I don't know if I go with adorable. They're a weird looking animal. I've only tried Nutra one time, but Nutra is definitely a market in Louisiana for it, because they have people that trap Nutra. It's just that's their entire life, is trapping Nutra for pelts and meat. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Oh. I mean, look. I'm not gonna say I don't love some of the creatures that I eat. Okay, I love rabbits, both as a pet and as a dish. Rabbit's delicious. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Like I was raised to eat stuff off the land, stuff that you can hunt for. You might not always be able to go to a grocery store and get what you need. We eat deer, we eat rabbit, we eat alligator, we eat fish, we eat whatever we can hunt, catch. Like my dad used to go out with a cast net. Just a net that you throw out in the water. Catch whatever you can catch and pull it in. Yeah, I've eaten frog legs before, Ken. I get it, Amy Jean. I've also had little critters, okay? Like, I'm not to be mean, but I've eaten robin. I've hunted robin before as a child. It was a thing, I didn't, I get it, they're cute. Some of them are cute. Nathaniel, yes, I agree, Nutra are ugly. I'm not saying they're cute. They look like a giant rat. But it's meat. It's not like a sewer rat, okay? They're just closer to the rat species of family, I guess, a marsupial, or whatever. Yeah, rats are marsupials, right? I think. Oh yeah, venison's delicious, Janice. I love venison. I'm not a huge fan of frog legs. My reason being is a mental thing. When I was a kid, my grandma was cooking them, and she took rodent. Yeah, not marsupial, rodent. A rat's a rodent, right? No, I don't know. Is a rat a nutra marsupial? I don't know. I'm gonna Google that shit real quick. I feel stupid now. Is a nutra Oh no, okay, it's a semi-aquatic rodent. That's what the nutria is classified as. Semi-aquatic rodent or aquatic rodent. But they're huge. They're also known as the South American beaver. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, no, Amy Jean. I like to joke at people, and I'll eat like uh eggs, scrambled eggs with toast, and I'll be like, yeah, but this is about the closest I can get to being a vegetarian. And they'll look at me and be like, what are you talking about? You're eating eggs. I was like, yeah, but they're not. They're cage-free eggs. Or I'll eat a steak and be like, man, it feels good to eat vegetarian. And they're like, you're eating a steak. I'm like, yeah, but it was grass-fed. It's vegetarian. Actually, the steak was vegan. The steak was vegan. You know, it was grass-fed. So, I did my part. I wonder how many people I'm going to piss off saying stuff like that. Like, I make sure my steaks are grass-fed. You know, I eat vegan steaks. Tastes real good, too, you know? I couldn't tell it wasn't a vegan steak. That's hilarious, Amy Jean. I mean, technically, the egg is a vegetarian thing because it's not fully embryo. It's not a life. It's not. It hasn't become the life yet. It's the before the life. You know. So it wasn't harmed. Like it's natural. Chickens lay eggs, and a lot of them. So if you don't incubate them, you know, and produce the embryo to make a life, it's an egg. Technically, it's a vegetarian. As a vegetarian, you could eat eggs. You could also have cheese. The only thing vegetarians are against is like the hurting of animals, right? You know, that's what I took from reading about vegetarians. Like they ate a more veggie influenced diet, but they could have cheese and they can have milk and they can have honey and eggs and anything that was cruelty free sustained, you know, like anything that didn't hurt the animal. That's what I took from the vegetarian lifestyle. There's also like the people that the pescatarians, they can eat fish but not meat. What? That doesn't make sense. There's meat and fish. What do you think you're eating? What do you think's the part of that? What? I've never understood the whole pescatarian concept. You know, they believe that they can eat shrimp and fish and stuff like that because it's not meat. What? What do you mean it's not meat? Because it's not red or white? It's a different color? You know, like I don't understand. Like it's still meat. It's the meat of the shrimp. It's the meat of the crawfish. It's the meat of the crab. You know, it's called crab meat. It's the meat of the fish. You know, just like any animal, there's meat, bones, blood, and skin, organs. What is the difference between a fish and a deer? Nothing except one's on land and one's in the water. Well, I mean, one has fur and one has scales. Besides the point. You cut it open, there's meat, bones, and organs. You cut open a deer, there's meat, bones, and organs. If it's alive and breathing, it has meat. Yes, Amy Jean. I agree with that 1000%. If I'm going to eat fish and shrimp, I'm going to eat turkey, deer, pig, and beef, you know, cow. There's no difference between the two. It's all meat. It's all meat, and it's all delicious. I love surf and turf, equally. And if I wasn't meant to eat meat, then I wouldn't feel so good after I eat it. And I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, I was happy. I'm happy I ate a steak. I'm so happy. No, my body literally feels good after eating red meat or chicken or protein of any kind, like be it shrimp, fish, whatever. Like I eat protein, real protein from meat source, and my body feels healthy and happy. Versus if and I've tried this before. I've tried to eat like just oatmeal and like bananas and almonds, and I love all that stuff. I love oatmeal, okay? And I can eat that for breakfast almost every day. I'll put some peanut butter in there, throw some almonds in there, some walnuts, something, some kind of a tree nut, and chocolate, and I mean, it's delicious. I love oatmeal, but I can't live off of that because my body starts to feel bad if that's all I'm eating. I try going on like a just nuts and like oatmeal type diet and whatnot. And it's like this is so good for you. I got protein oatmeal, I got freaking, all the right stuff, and I just would not feel that good. I feel sluggish. I didn't feel like I was able to stay up for the whole day. I want to take naps throughout the day. I didn't want to. I don't know. I liked oatmeal, but I had to have some kind of protein source. If I eat meat, I feel awake. I feel revived. I don't know. If it made me feel bad, I wouldn't eat it. That's all I'm saying. Size of my palm, huh? So I can eat a whole cow. Just grab on. Like an apple. Just get me a mini cow. Like one of those little Shetland pony mini cows. Just so I can grab it real quick. Like an apple. Just take a bite out every now and again. Could you imagine if that's how we ate meat, We just took a bite out of a cow every now and again and the cow would heal. And we just, every now and again, we just take a bite. Mm. I don't know. Again, I've also been I've heard so many things about both sides of the argument. Okay, like meat is bad, blah blah blah. Like doctors were saying too much red meat will clog your arteries and everything. In your heart. And I told a doctor one time, I was like, I don't know, 18 or 19 when I was told this. I was told that I should quit eating red meat because I was gonna die a young man if I ate red meat all the time. And I looked at him and I said, Doc, if I die from eating a steak, I'm gonna die a happy man. All right? I'm not gonna stop eating red meat because you're saying it's bad for me. Like the last 100 years, they claimed beef was the best thing you could eat. Like everybody, you gotta eat beef, eat beef, eat beef, eat beef. But a doctor told me that I was supposed to, I had to quit eating red meat. I was like 17 or 18 because the red meat was gonna clog my arteries, and I was gonna die a young man from eating red meat. But my whole life growing up, I was taught that beef was like the best that you could eat for your health, Beef, it's what's for dinner, Like, I mean, it was just, beef was the best. There were sides that claimed beef was good for you, and there were sides that claimed beef was bad for you. And I'm just like, you know what? If it makes me feel bad, I'll stop. Milk too, yeah. They say milk is bad for you, but I drink milk all the time. Now, my stomach does not like the milk. Okay, I do get a lot of gas, and my stomach gets upset a lot from milk. But I will say this: I have rarely broken any bones in my body. The only bone that I have broken that I can think of is this right here, this little knuckle. See how that one bulges up, and when that one doesn't? See how you can see it from the other side? That is the only bone that I can definitively say I've broken. I think I might have broken a small bone in my foot, too. But never have I ever broken, you know, any bone in my arm, my forearm, my bicep. No femurs, no leg has ever gotten broken. You know, I've had my kneecap spin around and like destroy all the tendons in my knee, but the kneecap didn't break. I don't even know if I've even had a real bad fracture, from being honest. This is the only thing that I can think of, is this pinky bone right here. This is the only one that I know that I've broken for real. I've never gone to a doctor and had a cast for a broken bone. I've sprained my wrist a couple times from punching something I shouldn't have punched. Um, I have dislocated stuff a couple times, you know, like sprained ankles and stuff like that, you know, like I've dislocated my knee a couple times, or I've had to pop my kneecap back into place, and it really sucks when when I had to do that. But I've never broken anything for real. Yeah, I believe it does prevent osteoporosis too. I drink a lot of milk. I'm not gonna lie and say I don't drink milk. I am lactose intolerant. I will be honest and say that I'm lactose intolerant, but I still drink milk. I still eat mac and cheese. I still eat cheese. I love cheese. Yes, it makes me gassy. Yes, I have to go to the bathroom a lot of times. I won't eat dairy products unless I know I'm gonna be within a toilet's reach, you know, a couple hours in after eating dairy products, because I know what's gonna happen. Is it worth it? Yes! Because cheese is effing delicious and milk's delicious and it tastes good and my body craves it. You know, I might not be able to handle it, but my body wants it. I feel that. I feel that. I put milk on everything. I'm actually gonna do a video coming up soon. I'm gonna make a video for my channel, like I'm gonna use my GoPro and shoot a video. I'm gonna do a freeze-dried ice cream cereal. It's actually really effing good. It doesn't rehydrate right away. It kind of has the crunch of like the marshmallows that you get in cereal, but you can literally throw chunks of ice cream into a bowl of cereal, a bowl of milk, and eat it like cereal, and it's awesome because then you get to drink a ice cream flavored cereal milk after. Yeah, no, again, I wonder why my body craves certain things, you know, like salt and sugar and milk. Like I'm always craving something sweet, you know, like I love sweets, be it a cookie or a candy or something like that. I have to eat it in moderation because I don't want to, you know, overdo it. But like I'll eat a meal and my body wants something sweet afterwards. You know, like it's like a I'm just gonna say it's an addiction because I don't necessarily think my body's craving it because it needs sugar. You know, I think it just wants sugar. But no, freeze dried ice cream cereal is amazing. And if you ever order freeze dried ice cream from me, I recommend trying a couple pieces in a bowl of cereal, like a either put it in your bowl of cereal or just put it in a bowl of milk. Ice cream and milk. And it's not a milkshake. It's not a cereal per se. It doesn't reconstitute and melt into the bowl of cereal. It floats just like cereal chunks. And I had time to sit there and eat one piece after another, you know. And it was pretty good. It was like I was eating a little bowl of cereal, but it was ice cream, and you got a good crunch to it, and the flavor was awesome because I got to pick whatever flavor I wanted ice cream wise. I chose banana pudding and mint chocolate chip. It was delicious together. For the video, I don't know what I'm gonna choose, but I am gonna make a video about it. I got a nice big clear bowl that I'm gonna throw some ice cream chunks into, and yeah, it's a fun It's a fun way to eat ice cream. You know, it's crunchy and it's all the flavors of ice cream. It's not super cold, so it doesn't mess with my teeth so bad. And I don't know, it was a different way to eat ice cream, like a bowl of cereal with a spoon. Just and then when you were done, you had a sweet milk because the milk does reconstitute some of the ice cream as it's sitting there. You know, like it does get a little soft, and the flavors of the ice cream transfer over to the milk, just like the cereals do when you eat cereal with milk. You know, when you're done with the cereal, you're left with a sweet sip of milk. If you're like me, you drink that milk, because the people that don't drink their cereal milk are weird, and I don't understand why. That's the best milk in the world. You get all the flavor of whatever cereal you just ate in a shot of milk, and it's delicious. That's the whole point of putting milk in your cereal, in my opinion. And if you don't drink the milk at the end, you're just wasting it. But anyway, go off on a rant about not drinking the milk when you eat cereal. When you eat ice cream like that, it gives the flavor of the ice cream into the milk, so you still get that sweet cereal milk at the end without all the little cereal bits, I guess. So it was definitely a fun way to eat ice cream. And I think it'd make a cool video. I think it'd make a cool video. Right, Amy Jean? No wasting. No wasting. I truly believe you're wasting milk at that point. And nowadays, at $5 a gallon, I am not wasting that milk. I love milk. But in my opinion, when you eat cereal, that's the best part of the cereal is when you get to the end. There's no more cereal left, and you just got that shot of sweet milk at the bottom of the bowl, and you slurp it up, and it's so freaking good. So good, because it's sweet. It's got all the flavors of the cereal that you were just enjoying. You know? It's the best part of the cereal, in my opinion. You know, the whole reason why we eat cereal, well, not the whole reason, but the reason why we like cereal, I think, is because of the sugary, like, coating they put on it, you know? The sweet coating. And when you put milk over the cereal, it washes that sweet coating off of the corn or whatever they use to actually make the cereal bits you're eating. It might be granola, it might be whatever. Oats. Like, I love Honey Nut Cheerios. That's one of my favorite cereals to eat. And when you put the milk over the Honey Nut Cheerios, it takes the Honey Nut sugar glaze that they put over the oat cereal and leaves it in the milk. And it's so good when you drink that milk. But in my opinion, I think the shot of milk at the end of the bowl of cereal is the best, and the whole reason why you eat the bowl of cereal. That's the reason why I do it anyway. Like, I like the cereal, it's good and everything, you know, but it's always, the cereal is just the ends to a mean, you know, like I have to eat cereal to get to the milk. I'm doing it for that shot of sweet milk at the end, that just delicious milk and honey flavor. You know, the cereal gives me a nice crunch feel to eat throughout the day, throughout the bowl of cereal that I'm eating, or whatever cereal I'm eating. You know, depends, because I eat all different kinds of cereal, not just Honey Nut Cheerios, but Honey Nut's my favorite one. But yeah, yeah, no, they say it's good for your heart health. You know, like it lowers cholesterol, which. I also told that to a doctor too. I told him, I said, "Look, doc, I'll just eat a steak and a bowl of Cheerios." The steak raises my cholesterol. The bowl of Cheerios lowers it. So it's like steak and Cheerios. There we go. You know, we'll eat steak and Cheerios, and it just counteracts each other. I'll just stay healthy. Right along that line. The steak tries to clog the arteries. The Cheerios comes in going, no, back up. Come on. Widen up. Let's keep a room here. Keep a room. Give me some room. Give me some room. The Cheerios like, look, I'm an O for a reason. Room. But all joking aside, though, like it does claim to lower your cholesterol if you eat Cheerios, and I eat a lot of Cheerios. So I mean, I guess I could eat as much steak as I want, and I should be fine. I mean, I'm going on 40, and no heart attacks yet. I got 2 years till 40. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll sneak in a little minor heart attack before then. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Gotta have goals, right? Gotta have goals. Well, how could I be a survivor, Amy Jean, if I don't actually have a small heart attack? Come on. Come on. I gotta have the tiny ones, you know? And then I could use the joke, I'm as serious as a heart attack, like the one I had. But I never had a heart attack, so I can't say that joke yet, you know? I can't use that joke. It's on my bucket list, I think, someday. Cardiac arrest. I've been arrested the normal way. Might as well try the cardiac way, you know? See if it's the same go. It's like my bad boy bucket list, you know? I've gotten arrested the normal way, now I gotta get arrested in cardiac way, you know? Cardiac arrest. Ah, I've heard it's easier to beat than the normal way. I don't need a lawyer if I go to cardiac arrest. I just need somebody that's good with their hands to go like this a couple times. Right here. But right here. Right around this area right here. Just a couple good pushes. Don't cock right here. No Copperfield. Just right here in the middle. Couple good pushes. See, you get arrested the normal way, and you have guards looking after you and stuff like that. You're behind bars. You only get a couple meals a day. But the cardiac arrest, you only need to have some good bystander that knows how to push his hands or her hands up and down like that right here, you know. If you get the creepy one, they might go like that and be like, huh, huh, oh God. Oh, you can definitely break a bone if they don't do it right. Look, there's a reason why they train us. Okay, I'm making jokes. I'm making jokes. We all know I'm making jokes right now. I hope people know I'm making jokes. I've been trained in CPR. I've been trained in first responder. But if you don't do it right, you can break ribs very easily. The ribs are not as strong as people think, and you're putting all your weight onto somebody's ribs. Think about this, okay? It only takes so many pounds of pressure to break a human bone. And we're going to Google how many pounds of pressure. How many pounds of pressure does it take for a human rib to break? Do 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 do. Okay. It says it takes about 750 pounds of pressure, okay? Which sounds like a lot. But they're not. It's not. It's really not that much. 2 to 4 pounds of forced pressure is probably all it takes to actually break a rib. I would say 30 to 40 or 50 pounds, you know, of forced pressure. If you're sitting there on one point forcing down, I think you can break a rib real easily. I've seen football players break ribs, you know, from getting hit too hard. I don't know. But no, like to break a rib, I don't think it takes that much force. You know, we can take a hit, and most people are capable of taking a good hit. The rib cage is really strong, you know, in normal circumstances. But if all your weight is forced on one small portion, like if you put all of your weight on my rib, and let's say it's a 200-pound man, 250-pound man, somebody my size, you know, somebody my build. I'm a big dude, and I was on like performing CPR on somebody, let's say your size, Imogene. You're probably like what a buck 20, 125, 135, something like that, you know. You don't look very big from your videos. You know, like, you look very small and tiny. And again, no offense, but if I were to put all of my weight focused on one point on your rib cage, I know for a fact I would break your rib cage. If I were to go, welcome back, Sybil. I like the new logo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you're definitely a lot smaller than me, Amy Jean. Like if I were performing CPR and I did it improper, you know, I just went over there and started going all in and trying to put all my weight into your ribs, I would break your rib cage and kill you. Okay, that's what would happen. I would snap your ribs because I'd be putting all of my weight on top of your ribs, which is a lot smaller than me. And if I didn't perform CPR properly, I would literally crush your rib cage, and it would break into your lungs, and like it would crush your lungs, and you would end up suffocating. You know, if I would crush you to death if I were to actually like put all my weight into one, like right here. If I went right onto your diaphragm and put all of my weight onto it, I would crush you to death for real. That's what would happen if I perform CPR improperly. This is why they make us take classes so we don't mistakenly kill somebody, you know? Because you can kill somebody if you do CPR wrong. You can. You might be trying to save their life, but you can kill somebody if you do it wrong. Especially, like, okay, if I was performing CPR on, let's say, an infant, a baby, I can't put a hand on a baby's chest and compress. No, you've got to use fingers, you know, like two fingers, and you palm on the back of the baby's back, you know, two fingers on the chest, and you barely, you know, like you push in to try to get the heart to pump, you know, you want to pump in and get the heart to pump, but you cannot put a lot of pressure. I would kill the baby if I put all my weight. If I tried to put the baby on the floor and got on top of him like an adult and started putting pressure and going to town, you know, I would crush the baby. You know, like you have to do like finger compressions on an infant or even a toddler for that matter. Like a toddler, I would still use the finger compressions, and I would finger compress a toddler, and I wouldn't put a full like palm compression down because I would be scared to break every rib in that poor kid's body. You know. Yeah, no, there's reasons why they send us to these classes when you go to be a first responder and stuff. There's a lot of reasons why they send you to learn the proper ways to do CPR and the Heimlich maneuver. I've actually saved a kid's life using the Heimlich maneuver before. You know, being a first responder, medically trained person has come into play in my life so many times it's not even funny. I was working at Taco Bell one time. It's back in Texas. I was working the headset, you know, taking orders. We had a lull moment, you know, and there was a group, not a group, a family. They came in, you know, it was a mom, a dad, and two little boys, and they ordered. I don't remember what they ordered. I think they ordered soft tacos for their kids, and whatever else. I mean, it's been years. It's been years since I've worked there, so I don't remember the exact order they had. But they ordered their order. They got it. They sat down. They started eating. The next thing I know, I hear choking. You know, I look up from the cash register. I turn around and I look towards the lobby, and I see the little boy like choking, and I see the mom freaking out. The mom and the dad didn't know what to do. I walked over, You know, I didn't run, and it was they were about 15 feet away from me. There was no point to run. If I would have fell and hurt myself, I'd have been no good to anyone. But I walked over and I asked the mom. I was like, "Is it alright if I help?" And she was, "Yes, yes, yes, yes." You know, like she was freaking out. So I put my hand on the little boy's back, you know, and I used my finger basically like I put my hand on his sternum like that, and I pressed, you know, the Heimlich. But I didn't, you know, like put all my weight, because I was probably 5 or 6 times the size of this little kid. You know, I would have murdered that kid if I would have tried to do the Heimlich the normal way. I thought about doing it on the table, you know, to like use the table, like they taught us that, like if you do it for yourself, you know, like you perform the Heimlich on yourself, they say that you use the table, push up on your sternum right there to make you cough up, whatever. And I used just 2 fingers like that, and I pushed on his stomach like that right underneath his sternum, and he coughed up the little piece of taco, and his mom was all like thankful and stuff, you know. But I was like, yeah, no problem, no problem. I'm just glad he's okay. But it was like the things they teach us, okay, the things they teach us in these little classes when they would send me off, because I was a junior firefighter and an actual firefighter from the age of 15 till like whenever I couldn't be a firefighter anymore. But the first thing they teach you is stay calm, don't panic. Stay calm, don't panic. If you panic, you're gonna mess everything up. Stuff's gonna go wrong. You know, you're gonna make mistakes. Mistakes do happen, you know, but you're gonna make a lot more mistakes if you're panicking, trying to help somebody. If you're flailing about, panicking, you're no help to anybody. So that's the first thing they teach us, is to be calm, not to panic. You know, assess the situation, and you know, if you're dealing with a child, you got to be very gentle, because again, they're very fragile. Most children are not like super resilient. I mean, they're like rubber, a lot of them. Okay, because I've seen my little nieces and nephews, and I personally, as a child, I've fallen off of a lot of places and not gotten super hurt. So they are like rubber. Some children are pretty flexible and rubberized, but you can't assume that a child is gonna just be flexible or bounce or whatever, you know, like whatever. If you're trying to help them. So you got to be gentle with children, and same thing with like small adults or whatever. You know, I can't just go all in and throw all my weight, because I'm a big dude. You got to literally, you got to go just like you put just enough pressure to try to hit the heart. You know, you want to pump the heart a little bit. You want to give the heart a little jump start, if you will. You try to go in about an inch and a half, maybe, compressions. You don't want to go too hard. You know, you don't want to go too far in, because if you try to push too far in, you're just going to break a rib. Again, you're just going to make the situation a lot worse. Like half an inch to an inch compressions, I think. That's what they used to teach us. Just enough to push on the rib cage, to push in the heart, to give it a little jump start. You're just trying to jump it back into, like, get it back into a rhythm, so it can pump some more blood. Why does CPR help in so many situations? I don't know. The human body's weird. The human body's weird. Now they teach you not to give breaths. It used to be 5 compressions to 2 breaths, or 5 to 2, or 5 to 3, or something. Where you plug the nose, cover the mouth. 3 breaths, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and you cover the mouth and you give 3 breaths, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Or that's how they used to teach us. Now they say they don't give breaths at all. Like there's no more breathing involved. We used to push breath into the lungs to try to get and restart the breathing process too. I don't understand it nowadays. If you go to a CPR class now, they don't teach breathing. They just teach compressions. It's different now, I think. But I remember when I first started learning how to do CPR and like the Heimlich maneuver and stuff like that, like the little life-saving techniques, stuff that can really come in handy. You don't understand it's gonna come in handy till it comes in handy. But yeah, no, like now they teach that you're not supposed to give breaths or something. It's really weird. I was always taught that you give breaths. You give, it's like 5 and 3. You go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and breath, breath, breath. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and breath, breath, breath. Or that's how they taught us when I was like 15. You know, learning in the fire department. We were taught to give compressions as well as breaths, and usually you had two people giving CPR if you were in a fire team. You know, like if you got up to like a car and you had to do CPR, you had one person doing compressions, one person doing breaths. You know, like you would have one person counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and then you would have somebody give breaths, and then you would do compressions 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Welcome in, Darren. And then somebody else would give breaths. Now you could do it yourself if you were by yourself. Obviously, you do your compressions, you stop, you give your breaths, and they even used to give us little face guards. You know, like these little plastic shields. It was like a piece of plastic about that big with a one-way breathing tube that you can blow in, but it wouldn't suck air out. So like if the person threw up, because that happens a lot too when you're giving CPR. When you blow air in, they can regurgitate, and it will come up. You know, they used to give us these shields so that we blow through a one-way valve, and you would blow air in, but if they would throw up, it couldn't come back up into your mouth. You know. Yeah, no, we were taught to give breaths. It was compressions and breaths for CPR. Now it's all changed. I don't know. It's different now. I don't know. I think it's a woke thing. You know, like people don't want you kissing somebody or something. I don't know. No mouth to mouth anymore. Too many of us beta males or alpha males made the joke. You know that we give mouth to mouth. I can resuscitate you. There's too many of that joke going around, so now like they don't do mouth to mouth on CPR anymore or something. I don't know, something stupid. It's probably some kind of new woke thing. But yeah, no, we used to have like CPR kits in the fire truck in our red bags. Our red bag was our bag that kept our bunker gear, and we had like emergency items like gauze and tape and scissors and other medical items. You know, like for quick accessing on the scenes. Like if you got to a scene and you had to wrap somebody up real quick or something, you know, we had like little medical things in our red bag. But we used to also have like a CPR kit and gloves, lots of gloves. You never know how many gloves you're gonna need on a scene. You're not supposed to anymore, Darren. According to the new CPR rules and stuff, they don't teach uh, breathing anymore with CPR. It's all compressions now, from what I understand. Like they don't teach doing mouth to mouth anymore. They teach just compressions, which is weird. I don't know. I was always taught mouth to mouth resuscitation. You know, you do 5 compressions to 3 breaths. I I I don't know, Darren. I don't know the reasons why they changed the CPR techniques. I don't know. But I'm pretty confident that the new CPR techniques do not teach breathing. They just teach they just teach compressions. There's no more breathing involved. But like we were talking about, I remember when I was first taught CPR when I was like 15 years old. They used to give these little mouth shields, and it's about a piece of plastic about this big around, and it goes right over the mouth and the nose. You know, the piece of plastic covers all this, and right in between the piece of plastic, there's a tube that has a one-way breathing valve in it, and you put the piece of plastic over the nose and the mouth like that, and you blow into the tube, and when you blow into the tube, it blow air into the victim. You know, whoever the accident person, who needs CPR, but it was a one-way valve, so if they threw up, they couldn't throw up in your mouth. You know. But now all of a sudden they're teaching CPR as just compressions. They don't teach breathing anymore. There's no mouth to mouth involved in CPR. If I personally had to give CPR to somebody, I'm doing it the way I was taught. I'm gonna give 5 compressions to 3 breaths, and I'm gonna do that until they either start breathing on their own and like show me signs of life, or somebody shows up and calls it. Like that's just how I was taught. You don't stop CPR until somebody calls, time of death or whatever. Like if they call it, if you've been doing CPR for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it's just they might not be coming back. It just is what it is. You can't bring everybody back. You can't save everyone. You could try, but you can't save everyone. But yeah, the new CPR techniques is really weird. They just teach compressions. Um, I don't know. If I have to perform CPR on somebody, I'm gonna do it the way I was taught. You do 5 compressions to 3 breaths, and you count 1 and 2, and you go down on number and up on end. That's how I was taught. You do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and you count out loud. That's crucial, so you know how many compressions you did to how many breaths. You count out loud. You don't. Uh, yeah, they have defibrillators now too in a lot of places. We used to have one on the fire truck, if necessary, to bring out the defibrillator. That's no joke. I would not play with a defibrillator. Those things can hurt. Like if you got to try to shock the heart back into an electrical rhythm, holy cow, you're having a bad day. You're having a bad day if you got to get hit with a defibrillator. Like I've been electrocuted without the defibrillator, just like by the wall on a job site, been electrocuted. That sucked, you know. So like if I gotta get shocked to be brought back, oh my god, that's gotta be bad. That's gotta be bad. You're in a bad place if you're getting shocked to get brought back. I luckily have never had to use a defibrillator on anybody. Never gotten to that point. Um, I have helped give CPR before. I did compressions, but luckily again, I've never had to encounter that situation on my own. I've never had anybody go down in front of me where I had to perform CPR. I can if I need to. I know the technique. I've been taught several times on how to perform CPR, as well as the Heimlich maneuver. I've had to use the Heimlich maneuver once on a child. It's cool, knowing what I knew, I was able to save him. So it was pretty cool that I knew what I knew from the training that I had. Whenever that little boy started choking, I just did what had to be done, I did ask permission from the mom before I touched her child, like I didn't want to have somebody mad at me because some random dude just walked up and, grabbed her child. That could be a little freaky. But she was okay with me helping, and I did what I had to do to help that child breathe again. Just make him puke, pretty much. He didn't puke. He just spit up the piece of taco that he was choking on. But if I didn't know proper, like Heimlich, I wouldn't know what to do either. I'd probably did what everybody else did when I was a kid. You know what they used to do when you started choking? Lift your arms and tap you in the back. That's what they used to do when I was a kid. But luckily, I knew I had training. I knew the Heimlich. Let's see. Yay. Alright, so we got $2 in free play. We're going to do a blessings, and then, oh, that's what they do when you're born. They smack you in the ass. Darren. But when you were choking as a kid, they used to tell me to lift your arms above your head, and they'd smack you in the back. Well, that's what they used to do to us anyway as a kid. That's what they did to us. All right, so we got $2 in free play. We're gonna go play Vortex at 10 cents a spin. And we're gonna do blessings on this here game before we do. All right, we're gonna see if we can get ourselves a win on the $2 free play from Vortex on Vortex. But every day on Pulse Casino, they give you free play from 60 cents to $2, depending on what day it is. And like once a week, you'll get like $2 in free play. Usually on Sundays, I think. Blessings be to you and to me. Yeah, Amy Jean. The things they used to do when we were kids was way different. All right, we treated like, yeah. Here we go. Come on, 10 cents a spin. Let's see if we can get ourselves a bonus of something big and juicy. It only takes one, right? Ooh, there's 40 cents. Come on. Let's get a big bonus. Back to $2. Dang it, come on. It only takes one, right? Boom, boom, boom. Come on. Let us have a bonus. Bonus or a big win. Come on. Dang. Alright, that's $1 down. Big boner for Sybil. Big boner for Sybil. Come on. We got 8 spins left. Come on. Big, big, big. Come on, just drop us 3 orbs. Boom, boom, boom. Give us a bonus. 4 more spins. Come on, it can happen. It can happen. It can happen. Anything can happen. It only takes 1. Come on. 2 more. Last spin. Come on. Big, big, big. Dang. All right, we didn't get nothing. There goes the $2. No win on free play. Oh, well. We tried. We tried. We tried. It is what it is. Today's not the date for Pulse Casino, apparently. Oh. Yeah, no, like, I mean, I know I come from a different time, that's for sure. And I know there's people older than me that come from a way different time. Yeah, I like your new logo too, Sybil. Things were taught differently when I was a child, you know, like CPR and everything else. Math, holy cow, math was taught a hell of a lot differently when I was a kid. But, yeah. I don't know. CPR was definitely taught a lot differently. I've never had to do it on my own. I've never encountered that moment where I've had to give CPR by myself, you know. I have helped before. I've definitely done a lot of training Lots of training. I've been trained so many times on CPR from different jobs and like the fire department and police department, sheriff's office. Not police department, sheriff's office. So it's good to have that knowledge. It really is good to have that knowledge because you don't want to hurt somebody. You can really hurt somebody if you do CPR the wrong way. If you just go in there and start like putting all your weight into their chest, you can break bones. Well, you might have a problem, Amy Jean. You're pretty small and light. You might not break bones, but you could. You still could if you're doing it wrong. But I feel like you would have to be trying to break the bones at your size, unless it's somebody smaller than you. You know. We're getting just dragging on. Live for almost 3 hours now. I think I might go ahead and call it a live stream. And come back at 4 my time. It's 1 o'clock now. Take a little. Yes, Ken, if you have really big muscles, you can hurt somebody too. You know, if you have, you don't have to be a really big dude. But you can't hurt somebody if you don't know what you're doing. If you just go out there and just start doing whatever willy-nilly because you saw it on TV or something, you know. Do, 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 do. But, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a live stream. I've been live for about 3 hours now. And I'll come back live again at about 4 o'clock my time. Do 420 blessings like normal. I do hope that I can get money for gas and stuff like that so that I can go out to the paint mines here soon and do that video for you guys because I think that would be a cool video. Just go play the handpan inside the paint mines and hear that. What are you doing, Blue? Are you going to mess with him now? Put the camera on Blue and Kush now. Somebody's going to mess with her brother. Huh? Are you messing with him? Are you messing with him? You're special, Blue. Oh, I can't wait till we go to the Molly Kathleen gold mine either. That's going to be fun. The paint mines we could do, Sybil, that's not far from my place. It's like 50 miles from my where I'm staying at now. But it's just a free place you can go walk around. You don't have to pay anything. It's like a public landscape, you know, national park type place. But it's beautiful. It's like different colors in the landscape to make the paint mines. And they have some cool like cavern type places inside the paint mines that you can walk into. And I think it would sound really cool to play the handpan in there. And I've got ideas for different video views. I have a POV cam that sits right here on the side of my face. You know, so I'll be able to see myself playing the handpan. And then I also have my GoPro that I can set up to record me playing the handpan, as well as doing blessings and other things. But I do want to go out to the paint mines here, maybe in the next couple days, because it's really nice weather. If I can come up with the gas money somehow, I will take the hand pan and the GoPro and the other cameras out there and go make a couple good videos. I think I can make a nice walking video of the paint mines. I think people would love to see it. The POV cam of walking around the paint mines, as well as a chest cam view with the GoPro. I think that would be pretty cool. And then I want to make another video of me playing the hand pan inside the paint mines, meditating. I think that'd be pretty cool too. I would love to go whitewater rafting. I'm completely down for that. That sounds like a fun time. I would love to go ziplining too if I could ever lose weight. I'm too big to zipline. I would love to go ziplining, but I'm like almost 300 pounds, and you got to be like 240 pounds or something, or 250 or something like that. That's like the highest they'll let you go up to. So I'm a little bit too fat for ziplining. Same thing with skydiving. I want to go skydiving. I've been indoor skydiving before. I want to do that again too, because I can actually go indoor skydiving. But skydiving, because I have to jump with a tandem skydive instructor, I have to be like, I think under 250 pounds or something to be able to go skydiving. So one day maybe if I can lose the weight, I will be going skydiving, because I have it on my bucket list. I want to do skydiving, as well as bungee jumping and a couple of other things that are adrenaline induced, if you will. You know, I've done a lot of roller coasters in my life. Those are a lot of fun. I do consider myself a little bit of an adrenaline junkie. I do like to do fun stuff that brings you to the edge, like climbing. I've climbed a couple little monument things like the Castle Rock Butte and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I bet the water will be good, Darren. But, alright, I will talk to you guys later. Hope you all have a blessed day. As always, blessings be to you and to me. And I'll catch you next time, peeps. Stay blessed.